Welcome to our channel. I'm gonna do a video about the ambient sensor or the auto dimming feature of Fitbit Versa today. So let's get started. If you guys are new to our channel, consider subscribing to our channel. And if you're here because of Fitbit Versa, we have a lot of video and a whole playlist on Fitbit Versa. Make sure you check it out. I have linked the playlist in the description down below and at the end of this video. And I'm hoping that you will learn a lot about your Fitbit Versa. Now the reason why I'm doing this video is I checked on the forum and there are a lot of complaints about the auto dimming issue on the Fitbit Versa. So I'm gonna share with you some tricks with which you can fix that issue, not technically fix that issue, but just address that issue. If there is really some problem with the ambient sensor, then you really have to send it back to Fitbit or get it to a professional to get it fixed. But I hope these tricks work. And at the end of this video, I'm also gonna share with you 2 tests with which you can test that your ambient sensor is working perfectly fine or not. Okay, so before we get started, I really want you guys to see that there is an option in the setting menu right here that you want to make sure that it is on, and that's this one, brightness, and it must be on auto. If it is not on auto and your ambient sensor is not working, then it's because of this. So the first thing you want to check, if you have any issue with the ambient sensor or auto dimming sensor, you want to come in the setting, check the brightness and turn it on auto. Once it's on auto, it should work. Okay, now I'm gonna show you some reasons which may contribute to the auto dimming feature not working. The first one would be any scratch or damage on the ambient sensor. So if there is a physical damage on the ambient sensor, it might not work. So I'm gonna show you the ambient sensor. So I have a flashlight over here, and now I'm gonna show you with this paper clip. If you can see right here, there is something like a camera. It is not actually a camera, it is the ambient sensor which senses the light and auto dims the light. So if there is something on it, let's say there was a big scratch or a big smudge or something dark which would prevent light from going in, then the watch face or the brightness would be down all the time, and you will feel like that it's not working, but it's probably because of something on this small ambient sensor. Another thing which may contribute to the problem would be the screen guard or the screen case. So let's say if I have this case on the Fitbit Versa, I have done a detailed video about this particular case. It's really awesome. Make sure you check it out. I have linked it in the description down below and at the end of the video. So if you have some case like this and there is something over there like a scratch mark or a smudge or a dust or something between the case and the watch, then it may also contribute to the problem. So you want to make sure that you take this off and clean it thoroughly so that there are no dust particle or anything in it. And the third and the last reason I am guessing would be the screen protector. Sometimes some people get a screen protector which is of matte finished. If you guys have seen, not the tempered glass but the matte finished, and while putting it on, either there is a air bubble over there, or sometimes there is like a smudge on the screen, and you just put the screen cover on or the screen protector on, and then it just stays in between. So really what you want to make sure is you want to clean your screen, the Fitbit Versa screen, thoroughly before applying any screen protector. I have no screen protector on my watch at this point. I just use this case, and I have a habit of cleaning this case and the screen protector maybe once a week so that there are no dust or smudges on it, and that prevents any issues. So I hope one of these fixes would work for you. Now as promised, I'm gonna do 2 tests which would make sure that your Fitbit Versa ambient sensor or the auto dimming feature is working. So you want to make sure that you have an image for a better view. Now what I did was I just applied a sticky note onto a pen to cover the ambient sensor, which will prevent the light from going in on the sensor, and it should dim the image, and that would prove that the ambient sensor is working. So I'm gonna select a bright image. So this is quite bright and you guys can see it, and as soon as I'm gonna take the paper on, it turns dim, and I'm gonna take it off and it turns bright. So that's one test. You want to take something thin and dark, so that when you cover the sensor, it goes dim, as you can see, and take it off and it turns on. So this is test number one, where you cover the ambient sensor with something, and you will see that it's working. Test number two is actually applying a bright light or a torch or a flashlight onto the sensor and see if it's working. So I have another phone and I have the flashlight turned on. Okay, now I'm gonna make it dim first, and I'm gonna put the flashlight on, and I'm gonna take this out, and you can see it turned bright, but now it will turn auto adjust the feature. So that's working. Now again, I'm gonna apply a bright light. Sorry, the screen stopped, but I'm gonna quickly apply a bright light and come out, so that you can see the screen was bright and then it turned to the normal. So these are the two tests where you can actually check that if your ambient sensor is working or not. And I hope you guys found this video helpful. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, as there are a lot of other videos coming up, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching our video.